Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 58 of Direwolf20's OceanBlock series, where we're in the endgame. Dun 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 dun. It's true. It's true, we're in the endgame, it's a thing. So last episode we started working on our Singularity crafter setup, and it's not a bad little system that I designed. I feel like it's, in my opinion, it looks pretty nice. We've got basically 3 capacitatos, almost 4. We're like actually pretty darn close to capacitatos times 4. Can we make another one of these? Yeah, you can. You're good. You're good. Get to work, buddy. 1466. Why'd you stop? I know I set you to stop for a minute, but you should be up and running again. Yeah, you are. 4.7-ish K, 4.8. The redstone signal is on. And I set this to run with redstone, right? Yes. Cool. And the reason I did this is every now and then I need to use the Inferium for something. Specifically, I've been making more Insanium farmland. And when you're out of Inferium, that doesn't work all that well. Hey, there we go. Capacitato. Nice. Cool. So he's chillin'. How long does it actually take to craft into the capacitato? Is there like a time thing going on here? Like, what's up? We're at 1500. He's getting power, obviously. Like, this implies power flowing. I guess it takes a while to compress him? I don't honestly know. Limited input. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I guess it's going. The fact that it's getting power implies that something's happening. Maybe it just takes a really long time to craft here, but this thing is like... Oh, there we go. Okay. I think it just... I don't think the bar moves. I think it's a bug. The bar doesn't move, but that's fine. Yeah. So we've got the Supremium Coal going. We've got the Capacitatos going. I think our goal today should just be to keep amping this up. As you can see, I added a lot more in Insanium farmland with Inferium crops on them, so we're making lots and lots and lots and lots of the essence that we need to make the coal. And it's still not enough, obviously, because we're only at 398, 399, coming up on 400 Supremium coal. So we'll get there. Just going to take a while. And then what I'm going to do is, basically my plan is this. I want to get a majority of the singularities up and running. Once we've got a lot of them, if not all of them programmed, we'll notice which ones are slower than others. Like, this one's going pretty good. This one, not as much. We might have to do something to speed this up. We will see. Right? Time will tell. So yeah, that's what's up. So let's see. The next one we were going to look at was sea pickles. So that should be easy. All we need is a bucket of water and some sea pickles, and some kind of growth mechanic for that. What I might go is this route. Maybe I'll turn you into a sea pickle farm. Will you do that? Will you do sea pickle? 16. Are you making sea pickles or what? I don't know if you actually... Are you working? I don't know, actually. That's a really good question. I don't have a good answer to that. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Am I wrong? It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Yeah, maybe sea pickles don't work on the hydroponic beds. That could be the thing. That could be a thing. So maybe we want to do a power pots then. Starting to get nervous about how many tier 4 pots I wind up using. But, like, let's go for it and see what happens. Now, here's a question for the masses, if you will. If the inventory underneath the chest is full... Does the power pot stop using power? That's a really good question, I think. Because what I could have is a, relatively speaking, small, drawer system. Like maybe 2 stacks or something like that. We'll figure it out. Like a 2x2 drawer maybe. What does the sea pickle actually make in the power pot? Literally just sea pickles. So I should be able to use like a regular draw system. And maybe what we'll do is we'll get a downgrade And then we'll get a ×2. And this should hold 2 stacks, if I'm not mistaken. Cool. And then you're doing your thing over there for making the more pots, and that should be good. Yeah. Making a Mark II right now. Sweet. And maybe this might sit in here. That might be a thing. So let's get our key out. Let's put you in my offhand so I can place this already locked. I'm going to put the sea pickles in here. But give me one. And now you're available there. Now if I install this and this, this should be able to hold 2 stacks. Stack limit 2, right? So now if I get my Power Pot Mark IV, and this may not be the best way to go about this, but we'll play this by ear a little bit. And then he needs power, right? So let's take a look at getting a flux connector here. Flux point. Really? Okay, cool. Today I learned. I didn't realize I was that close. Right? So now you're growing. You're doing the, you know, decent amount of RF per tick, keeping this thing up and running. He grows, right? Now we've got a stack plus 16. Now what happens when this grows again? That's my question. Right? Now he's got 2 stacks. Do you have an internal buffer of some kind? Do you stop running? I'd really love to see you stop running. I think you auto-void. Well, that's not ideal. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a minute. I'd really like you to maybe stop running. But if not, not the end of the world. I mean, we're going to be exporting these guys pretty darn fast. So I'm not too concerned. I was just hoping to see you stop running. But if I remove the storage downgrade in here, what happens? See, now you've got 5 stacks all of a sudden. So my thought is there's probably some kind of internal buffer inside the power pot. I don't know if that's true, though. Oh, nope, I didn't want to do that. Nobody said to unlock drawer. Yeah, that's good. Sea pickle. Yeah, that's what I want. Good. Sea pickle. 1 stack. Two stacks. Now let's just see if there's like... Eventually, do you like fill up your internal buffer? I gotta imagine there's some kind of buffer, right? Where this thing, you know, but we'll find out. There's gotta be some point at which his internal buffer fills up. Because he was holding pickles. For sure. I'm just curious. Ah, see? He does eventually fill up his internal buffer. Would you look at that? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Well, that's neat. That is good to know. It does eventually fill up. So the power pots have an internal buffer, and eventually they fill up. Eventually they fill up. And that is cool to know. Cool? Alright, so then all we need to do is get ourselves a pickle. And we set this dude to this, and he should be filling up nice and quickly now. Cool? And then he'll continue to fill as that thing grows. Good deal? Alright. So now let's trash this capacitator that we wound up accidentally picking up. And that's another check off the list, right? Raw neural processors. I'm pretty sure I know how to make those. I'm pretty sure they're already on Autocraft. So that one should be easy. Boom. Raw neural processors. Sweet. Cool. Now, are you making a stack at a time of that, or what's the deal? I might not want you to be a stack at a time either. Some of these we may not want stack upgrades on. Some yes, some no, is what I'm going to say. Right? Yeah. So now you're cooking. Now, just out of curiosity, because you didn't want to make a stack, you have me a little nervous. We're missing redstone and silicon, of all things. Do we have silicon essence? We do. So I should probably tell you how to make silicon. Yeah, so you don't know how to craft silicon from silicon essence. But now you do. And redstone might be a little bit of a problem. We'll keep an eye on that. I did add redstone to a Mark IV power pot here, so that's making a lot. But we're also burning through redstone like nobody's business right over here. Oh, and coal, for that matter. Coal might also be a problem. Though it might just be that you don't know how to turn coal seeds or coal essence into coal. That could be a thing. Yet another on my long list of things I did not set up properly. Hey, we're getting there. I should probably add coal to here, though. That would probably be a good idea. Cool. I check in on this reactor every now and then to make sure things are going okay. Uraninite, we're burning through the essence really quick. I think at some point we'll need to add uraninite seeds to the power pots, but we'll get there. Alright, so that's 35 raw neural processors. Sweet. Alright, next up. We've got oak singularities, which is literally just oak logs. Now, do you know how to make those? You do not know how to make those. But you can be made with wood essence, which we do have a healthy amount of, but maybe not as much as you would hope. I'm going to keep crafting, but I'm going to get rid of stack upgrade. Okay, and then I just do this, and we're good, right? And he's throwing oak logs in there. Cruising. Cruising. Yeah, I don't know that stack upgrades are necessary. So some of these are obviously easier than others. Clay. Clay is a thing. I know how to make clay, right? Do I have that on autocraft? I do. I do. Sweet. All right. Well, then that'll be an easy one, right? We just go boom, boom, and boom. Easy peasy. See? We're knocking these out like nobody's business. Sawdust. Sawdust singularity. We need a block of sawdust, which is made with sawdust, which is made with... The pulverizer turns a log into 8, and a sawmill gets a little bit. We might need to pulverizer this. I think that's the way to go. I feel like pulverizer is the way to go. Do we have a pulverizer set up? We have an induction smelter set up to make bronze, but I don't know that we have a pulverizer. We have one. We don't have a lot of thermal things automated, and we might want to consider some kind of speed upgrades. I think Iron Crafter would be fast enough. Yeah, we might want a diamond. Let's go for broke. Good, just stick with the pattern. The pattern is that we've got diamond crafters, so that's what we're going to stick with. Right? Not a biggie. Come on, Chief. Let's go with the smeltings. By the way, look what I did between episodes. Told you I'd get around to it eventually. Told you I'd get around to it eventually. Where's my diamond crafter? Scheduled. Crafting. Stored. Did you get stuck, diamond crafter? There you are. Can I sneak you into there? I can. Nice. All right, so sawdust is literally going to be in the pulverizer. An oak log will turn into 8 sawdust, and that's it. And then we want to have a sawdust block, which is what we need to do the thing. Now, you, sir, are going to need to have sidedness configured, aren't you? So, blue, and then orange. And remember, we wanted to do this. And that's cool. Sweet. That'll do. I like. Now, if we could speed this up a little bit, that might not be a terrible idea. Thermal... Do we know how to make augments? Might not be a terrible idea to set this up, right? Real quick, because I assume at some point we're going to need something from these guys, right? So now if I wanted you, we're missing hardened glass, enderium, signalum, gear, and electromangot. So lots to obviously set up here. Let me do this off camera real quick. Be right back. All right, I think I think we got this. So we've got some flux linkage amplifiers on their way. Looking good. I've got 2 of these dudes. Let's pop them into here. So you're going to be click and click. You guys are going to be click and click. And that's cool. And then let me get my sawdust blocks. Now this guy's making, ooh, clay already. Nice. He's making oak. You can export a sawdust, yes? Sweet. Liking it already. Cooking. Nice, dudes. Alright, next one. Or next couple, for that matter. What else we got here? So silicon singularities don't seem too bad, considering our silicon essence already existing. So that would be you. Awesome. Looking good. We're gonna run into inventory. We're gonna run into problems. Make no mistake, we're gonna run into problems here. The HDPE sheets, we already have those automated, which is nice. Sweet. So what's going to happen is the bummer is I'd love to be able to turn these things off once we have enough of them, right? Like, or at least maybe a couple, right? That would get really tricky though, unless we had all of them responding to a redstone signal on the export. But I think that gets really not great eventually, right? You know what I mean? And I don't think this dude would... I don't know what limited input does, but I assume something? It's unlimited, right? So, like, I don't want to set it to unlimited. That's not going to make anything better. But hey, we've already got a silicon, so that's nice. That's cool. You know, like, what we could do... I wish there was a cool way to do this. I'm trying to think of a cool way to do it, and I can't come up with anything that's good. Like, part of me says make them all respond to redstone signals. But if I did that there, then the problem would be these guys are too close for that, really. So I'd have to put it, like, underneath. Like, I could set them all to ignore redstone, or only work without redstone. And then if I got, like, 30 redstone blocks, I could do something along these lines. Like if I put a redstone here, I assume that means you would stop export busing, right? And then, like, if I wanted it to run again, I could just break that block. I don't like it. The only other option would be... I mean, there's ways to do it. I just don't like any of them in my brain that I'm coming up with. Only work without redstone. Only work without redstone. So, like, we've got enough sea pickles going on, right? So I could kill Sea Pickle World. Maybe. If this water would stop pushing me around. Yeah. You know, like this one, do you have enough? I mean, you've got some. You're about to make another, so that's cool. So let's see. You, sir, also are not quite there, the neural processor guys, yet. So 1, 2 clicks to get it to work without redstone, right? So neural processors need to keep running because we're not quite there yet. Oak singularities could probably go. You know what I should do? If I ran something like this, these would be easy to place now. This will work. Right, so oak is good, so we could place him. And then he shouldn't be exporting oak no more, right? Same for clay. Clay's good and done, for the time being at least. So now he's not exporting clay anymore. Sawdust, we're getting there. Silicon, holy cow, that was quick. That's cool. But I could stop you from exporting now. And then HDPE sheets I could also stop from exporting. Okay. Does that work? I think it works. See? And now they're starting to build up again in the system. I like that. I like that. I'm cool with that plan. What do you guys think? I think that's the best way to do it. Like, I could do something with levers, but, like, that gets convoluted really quick. I could do something with red power, also convoluted really quick. Because remember, we got 30 of these, right? I wonder if the redstone signal goes through the block. See, but then the lever's covering up the fancy-looking thing. I don't want to do that. I veto that plan. So yeah, let's. So what comes after HDPE sheet in the list? The next we got is cake singularity, a slice of cake from Farmer's Delight. Oh my, it's a thing. I hope I can automate the cutting board. I don't know Farmer's Delight all that well. I really hope I can automate this. I guess we're gonna find out, right? Because if we can't automate this, we might be in trouble. We might be. Alright, so first off, let's look at the cutting board and see how we can automate this guy, right? So cutting board, check. And then farmers, we needed a knife, right? I mean, sure, why not? Oh, you have to make me do it that way? Well, fine, then we'll just do it this way. We can have a diamond knife, that'll be good enough. So how does this work? Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Nope. So you can't that. Okay. Hopper. With cutting board on top. Oh, hello. Nope. That's not ideal. Yeah. All right. We're going to figure it out one way or another. Let's get the cake and see how that goes. So what's a sneaky way to make cake? What's a clever way to make cake? We don't have astral in this pack, remember. So there's no of that, right? So 8 slices of cake, or it turns into 7. So yeah, no. So we can turn cake slices back into cake. But then otherwise we just need the milk and the sugar and the eggs and the wheat, right? Now some of this we already know. Do we have milk? We have latex. Okay, cool. We might need to get milk going. Well, that's cool at least. We can turn a bucket of milk into 3 bottles of milk. That should be a little bit more efficient. We will have to set up an automatic cow farming, you know, milker dude. The eggs with chicken essence. With chicken essence. How are we for eggs? Not great. We do have chicken seeds, though. We do have chicken seeds, though. It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. We could probably something chicken seeds. We're gonna have to get this chicken essence put somewhere though. Once this grows. I'm going to need a void upgrade here, because my problem currently is that I do not have chicken seeds going nowhere. Do I not have the ability to autocraft obsidian? to do, add that. Okay. So you're going to have to go into another 4x4 drawer. Or 2x2, you know what I mean. Key in the offhand. Let's put 2 of these down so that we're ready for future use. Right? So you can go in here, and then suddenly you've got a lot of that, right? And then give me, you know, at least one of these should be good. And maybe another one for the other one. Future dyer will appreciate. Cool. And then we got chicken essence. Good? Sweet. Alright, so now we can make eggs, and we could probably also teach you to make obsidian. Alright, sugar we're good on, right? Sugar cane and sugar. Yeah, you know how to make that with nature's essence, so that's good. So sugar's good. Eggs are good. How about wheat? How are we for wheat? We have a bunch, but we don't know how to make it, but I think we can make it with nature's essence, so let's go ahead and do that. At this stage of the game, it's all about mass automation, so, you know, we want to use the seeds where we can. Okay, milk buckets. Any tricks to that? Cow essence would make me milk buckets. So that's a thing. That's kind of a thing. Do we have cow seeds? We don't. But we could use our mystical agriculture dagger. And mystical agriculture, what were they, jars or something? Soul jars? So I need 4 of these, remember, right? 4 of these. 4 of these. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Soul glass. Soul dust is smooth soul stone. I don't remember how this worked. I've got soul stone. So do I just smelt you into smooth soul stone? I don't want to do? Yes. At some point I made this ultimate, by the way. And then you smelt into the dust. Okay. So I think, so basically we want milk, right? So we could either do it this way with cow essence, or we could set up an automatic cow milker, which also might be a cool way to go. Is there a way to get milk buckets? So the fluid encapsulator, we could have milk put into the milk. Okay, that's cool. And how about the bottles? No, that's just manual crap. Okay, cool. Probably the easiest route would be this way. How much damage does this thing do? Why are these lights on? Who turned lights on? Why are there lights in here? Who did this? Did I do this? I might have done this. I moved this feral flare lantern back a little bit. That's on me. I moved it back rather than forward. That's on me. I would like you to spread. He should spread. I don't know if tick accelerating actually does anything now. He'll spread though. He'll get back to he'll get back to being cool. The problem is they spawn too fast. You know what I might want? Let's do this. From foregoing, let's get the mob captured doohickey. the mob imprisonment tool thing? This. If I can snag myself a cow, that could be cool. And then what we can do... So come here, cow. Somebody give me a cow. Not a squid. I'll be back when I get a cow. I got a cow. Now what I should be able to do is this. But what if we told you... I had hoped that doing that would work. So let's do this. And you're going to be, instead of run with redstone, we're going to say ignored. Cool? And this works, right? Cows for days. And if I remember correctly, I need 4 fill jars, right? So we're getting there. Once these 4 fill up, then we're good. And then we'll have cow essence. And then we can get milk to make cakes. And then we have to figure out if we can automate the cutting board, because I have no idea. Sweet. Okay, so then back to run with redstone signal, back to you're making wither skeletons, fan on for a sec, and everything's back to the way it was. Cool? I'm down with that. Okay, now, put away this junk and this junk. You don't need to exist anymore. I'm even going to put your cow thingy away. Oh yeah, withers are back. Sweet. Let's eat some food real quick, because getting hungry. And then you guys go on here to make cow essence, right? So I need cow seeds, which will come from prudentium and a solium seed base. Good. And good. That sounds nice. In theory. Are you busy making the other thing? Is that what's happening right now? Yeah, you might be busy making the other thing. This is why turning this off every now and then is useful. Did it somehow, like, you know what? It's using my prudentium. See, this is why this needs an on-off switch for reals. I'm going to put the lever back here, because that was actually useful for this particular use case. This one needs to have a lever. Now I can ask for the 4 prudentium that we want, and it'll craft it. The problem is it was taking those 4 that I made and turning them into supremium, right? And we don't want that, obviously. So having that on-off switch, very useful for the supremium coal. Trust me. Trust me on this. Hooray! And then you just, one less one of these guys here, right? Just a little bit of a speed upgrade. And the reason I put the void upgrade in there is for the seeds, because eventually we're going to have a problem with seeds, right? And I don't particularly want to deal with that, so the way I'm dealing with it is by not dealing with it, aka voiding it. Sweet. Alright, and then you're going to come over here, and now we have a way to make milk buckets. Okay, so now to make cake, we need this. I would like you to do the, well, I would like you to do the this recipe. So let's put you back in here and do the milk bottles. Click and drag from JEI, very useful. All right, now if I wanted cake, You're missing a milk bucket. Didn't I just teach you milk bucket? Oh, I didn't teach you milk bucket yet. Yes, that would be you. Don't ask me how I did that, but I did. Easy peasy. Nice. Look at that. 10 cakes. That's awesome. That's awesome, right? Isn't that cool? All right. Now, how do we automate this cutting board? Can we hopper into it? Hopper's like the best way to initially test the ability to do something. Because if you can hopper the item in, then you're good. No. Okay. This doesn't seem cuttable? I disagree, sir. It very much does seem cuttable. Oh, hello. And then what? Right click? Okay. Oh, that's neat. So here's the automation challenge. Can we hopper the cake into here? Because that would be the... Yes. Okay. So here's what we're going to have to do. All right. Comparator. So he is emitting a redstone signal of 15. I take the cake off, no redstone. Cake on, yes, redstone. All right, so here's what we're going to have to do to automate this. You ready? Detect when there's cake already there, and then trigger a right click with the diamond knife. That should be doable. Probably with integrated dynamics in the player interactor, right? Yes. That's what I'm going to say. Yes? Okay. Now, we're getting late on this episode, so how about we come back next episode? We'll automate this now that we have an idea of how to. So the thing is, we can't right-click the board until there's already cake on it. So we need to detect when cake exists, then right-click once with the knife, and we'll get dropped into the world, so we're going to have to vacuum hopper up the slices of cake. Okay? Now, it's luckily very reliantly 7 slices of cake, so that's good. Right? And that should work, right? We could also just, like, test for cake as well. So, you know, we don't have to do the redstone route, especially if we're going to do it with integrated dynamics, because I think we need to use the player. I'm pretty sure this is one of the few things in this pack that allows you to right-click an item. So I think that's the route we're going to take. Deal? All right. Dallas20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and set up an integrated dynamics automation for cake. Then once we have those cake slices, we'll be able to automate the cake Singularity, and that'll be cool. How are you doing? You're at 780. That's cool. You're at 672. Who else is not quite there yet? You've got 3 sawdust. I think you can be stopped at this point, buddy. Boop. And that's looking pretty good, right? A lot of these guys are coming along pretty nicely. And then if we need more, we just break the redstone, let more happen, and then redo the redstone, and we're cool, right? And these obviously did not work, so I'm going to remove them from the thing, right? But yes, looking good, right? I think we're getting there on the singularities. Obviously, we're probably going to have more automation challenges like the cake thing was, so we're going to have to figure that out. But we'll see. I haven't looked too far in advance as to what the rest of the things are, right? Like, we're up to cake. We're about a third of the way there. And that wasn't bad, right? You know, Angel Core. Oh my goodness. Doable. Doesn't look too bad. All right, wrapping up point. Dallas20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.